Hello everyone. Welcome back to Fluent English. We're so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening on your way to work, studying at home, or just relaxing with a cup of coffee, thank you for spending some time with us.
Hey everyone, it's great to have you back. I don't know about you, but I've been hearing some really interesting English mistakes lately. Not bad mistakes, just the kind of little grammar slip-ups that almost every learner makes.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes. The difference is that they usually know which mistakes sound natural and which ones sound a little strange.
That's exactly what we're talking about today. Our topic is, sound like a native speaker, fix these common grammar slip-ups.
This is one of my favorite topics because these aren't huge grammar rules that require a textbook and hours of study. These are small corrections that can make a big difference in how natural your English sounds.
Right, sometimes changing just one word can instantly make your sentence sound more fluent. And the best part is that these corrections are easy to use in everyday conversations.
By the end of today's episode, you'll know how to avoid some of the most common grammar mistakes English learners make. You'll also learn how native speakers naturally express these ideas in real conversations.
We'll cover common sentence structures, everyday speaking situations, natural alternatives, and some mistakes that can completely change the meaning of what you're trying to say.
And don't worry, we're going to keep everything simple and practical. No complicated grammar terms, just real English that you can use today.
Before we jump in, we have a question for you. What's one grammar mistake that you always worry about making? Is it verb tenses, prepositions, articles like a and the? Let us know in the comments.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you. And if you're enjoying Fluent English and want more lessons like this, don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who's learning English too.
All right, let's get started and learn how to sound more natural and confident in English.
One of the biggest reasons learners sound unnatural isn't vocabulary. It's grammar patterns that don't quite match how native speakers usually talk.
Exactly, so let's begin with one of the most important foundations, building clear, natural sentences.
The basic formula is simple: subject plus verb plus object.
For example, I drink coffee, subject I verb drink, object coffee.
Another example is she watches movies.
Or they play soccer.
Or we study English.
Or my friend loves pizza.
Notice how simple these sentences are. Native speakers use simple structures all the time. Sometimes learners think they need long, complicated sentences to sound fluent.
But actually, short and clear sentences often sound more natural.
Let me give you an everyday example. Instead of saying, I am currently in the process of preparing my breakfast, most native speakers simply say, I'm making breakfast.
That's a great example. Simpler doesn't mean worse, it often means better.
Now let's talk about a very common mistake. Some learners forget the verb to be.
Right, they'll say, I'm happy today.
But the correct sentence is, I am happy today.
Another example is she tired.
Correct version, she is tired.
Remember this pattern, subject plus be verb plus adjective.
I am happy, you are busy, he is tired.
Let's ask our listeners a question. Can you describe your mood right now using this pattern?
Maybe you're excited, maybe you're relaxed, maybe you're motivated.
Try saying a sentence out loud, I am, and then add your adjective.
Great practice. Speaking out loud helps your brain build automatic habits.
Here's another common issue. Learners sometimes use the wrong verb form after subjects.
Ah yes, for example, she go to school.
Native speakers would say, she goes to school.
Remember that in the present simple tense, he, she, and it usually take an extra s.
He works, she likes, it rains.
What about negative sentences?
Great question. The structure is subject plus do not or does not plus base verb.
For example, I don't like coffee.
She doesn't play tennis.
Notice that after doesn't, the verb returns to its base form.
That's why we say she doesn't play, not she doesn't plays.
That mistake is incredibly common.
And completely normal, don't worry if you've made it before.
Let's practice together which sentence sounds correct. He doesn't likes pizza, or he doesn't like pizza.
The answer is he doesn't like pizza.
Excellent.
Can you make your own negative sentence right now? Maybe about food, movies, or hobbies.
Write one in the comments. We'd love to read it.
So here's the quick summary. Keep your sentences simple. Remember the be verb with adjectives. Use the extra s with he, she, and it in present simple, and use the base verb after don't and doesn't. Master these basics and your English will already sound much more natural.
Now that we've covered some basic grammar patterns, let's build on them with another area where learners often make mistakes: choosing the right tense for everyday conversations.
That's a big one. Sometimes learners know the grammar rules, but they're not sure which tense sounds natural in a real situation.
Exactly. Let's start with a simple comparison between the present simple and the present continuous.
The present simple is for habits, routines, and general facts.
The formula is subject plus base verb.
For example, I drink coffee every morning.
She works in a hospital.
They study English every day.
Now the present continuous is different. We use it for actions happening right now.
The formula is subject plus be verb plus verbing.
For example, I'm drinking coffee right now.
She's working at the moment.
They're studying in the library.
Here's a question for everyone listening. Which sentence would you use right now? I study English or I'm studying English.
If you're listening to this lesson and actively learning, I'm studying English makes sense because it's happening now.
But if you're talking about your regular habit, you'd say, I study English every day.
Let's create a short dialogue.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm listening to a podcast.
Nice, do you listen to podcasts often?
Yes, I listen to podcasts every morning.
Notice the difference. The first answer is happening now. The second answer describes a routine.
This distinction makes your English sound much more natural.
Another area learners often struggle with is formal versus informal English.
That's true. Native speakers don't always speak the way textbooks teach.
For example, a textbook might say, I would like to know if you are available.
That's correct, but in everyday conversation, many people simply say, are you free?
Another example, I cannot attend the meeting.
In casual speech, I can't make it.
Both are correct, the difference is the situation.
When you're talking with friends, informal language sounds natural.
When you're writing a professional email, more formal language may be better.
Here's a quick practice activity.
We'll give a formal sentence, you try to make it more natural.
I would like to purchase a cup of coffee.
Most native speakers would simply say, I'd like a coffee.
Or even, can I get a coffee?
That's very common in American English.
Let's talk about 3 simple tips that can instantly improve your grammar.
First, listen for patterns instead of memorizing hundreds of rules.
Native speakers often repeat the same sentence structures.
Second, notice chunks of language.
For example, learn phrases like I'm looking forward to it as one unit.
Third, speak more than you study.
You don't become fluent by only reading grammar explanations.
You become fluent by using English regularly.
Let's practice together.
Complete this sentence, right now I am.
Maybe you're sitting at your desk.
Maybe you're driving to work.
Maybe you're relaxing at home.
Say your answer out loud.
Great job.
And here's another challenge. Write one present simple sentence and one present continuous sentence in the comments.
We'd love to see your examples.
Remember, the present simple describes routines and facts. The present continuous describes actions happening now. Understanding that difference will help you communicate more clearly and naturally. That's the key takeaway from this section.
Let's move into another important area that can make your English sound much more natural: choosing the right words in everyday situations.
This is where many grammar mistakes aren't really grammar mistakes at all. They're word choice mistakes.
Exactly. The sentence might be grammatically correct, but it doesn't sound like something a native speaker would actually say.
Let's start with a common example. Many learners say, I very like it.
Native speakers don't use that structure.
Instead, we say, I really like it.
Or I like it a lot.
Another example is, I have 25 years.
That's a direct translation from some languages.
In English, we say, I am 25 years old.
Here's another one. Learners sometimes say, I made my homework.
The natural expression is, I did my homework.
These small differences matter because native speakers learn these combinations as fixed patterns.
Let's look at a real-life situation.
Imagine you're meeting a friend.
You could say, I haven't seen you for a long time.
That's perfectly natural.
You probably wouldn't say, I didn't see you since a long time.
Even though some of the words are correct, the structure sounds unusual.
Politeness is another area that helps you sound more natural.
Definitely, native speakers often soften their requests.
Instead of saying, give me your pen, you might say, could I borrow your pen?
Or can I use your pen for a second?
The meaning is similar, but the tone is much friendlier.
Speaking of tone, how you say something can be just as important as the grammar.
That's true, a perfectly correct sentence can sound rude if the tone isn't right.
Let's do a mini practice.
I'll say a direct sentence.
And I'll make it sound more natural.
Open the window.
Could you open the window, please?
Move your bag.
Could you move your bag for a moment?
Much friendlier.
Here's a challenge for our listeners. Take the sentence, give me some help, and make it sound more polite.
Say your answer out loud right now.
You might say, could you help me? Or can you give me a hand?
Perfect.
Another great habit is speaking complete sentences whenever possible.
Instead of answering with one word, try a full response.
If someone asks, are you tired?
Instead of just saying, yes, try yes, I'm a little tired today.
This gives you more speaking practice and helps build fluency.
We encourage you to practice these examples with a friend, family member, or even by yourself.
And don't forget to leave a comment with a sentence you've used recently in English.
The more you practice real conversations, the more natural your English will become. Focus on useful patterns, natural word combinations, and polite everyday expressions. That's the structure native speakers use every day.
Before we finish today's lesson, let's talk about something every English learner experiences: mistakes.
Oh yes, and honestly, both of us have made plenty of mistakes while learning languages.
Absolutely. When I started learning another language, I mixed up basic sentence patterns all the time.
Same here, that's why we always tell learners not to be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process.
Let's look at some of the most common grammar slip-ups and learn how to fix them.
Our first mistake is forgetting the third person s.
This happens when the subject is he, she, or it.
Incorrect, she work every day.
Correct, she works every day.
Incorrect, he plays soccer on weekends.
Correct, he plays soccer on weekends.
Why is the first version wrong?
Because in the present simple tense, he, she, and it normally require an extra s on the verb.
Here's a quick practice prompt. Create a sentence about a family member using he or she.
Say it out loud right now.
Great job.
Our second common mistake is using the wrong verb after doesn't.
Incorrect, she doesn't like coffee.
Correct, she doesn't like coffee.
Incorrect, he doesn't works here.
Correct, he doesn't work here.
Remember, after don't and doesn't, use the base form of the verb.
This mistake happens because learners are trying to remember two rules at the same time.
And that's completely normal.
Mistake number 3 involves adjectives and the verb to be.
Incorrect, I happy.
Correct, I am happy.
Incorrect, they tired.
Correct, they are tired.
Why does this happen?
In many languages, the equivalent of to be isn't required in the same way. But in English, adjectives usually need a be verb.
So remember, I am happy, she is tired, they are excited.
Here's a funny example.
Let's hear it.
Imagine someone says, I hungry.
It sounds like a caveman in a movie.
Exactly. Native speakers immediately notice the missing verb.
Our fourth common mistake is translating directly from your native language.
This is something almost every learner does.
Incorrect, I have 30 years.
Correct, I am 30 years old.
Incorrect, I made my homework.
Correct, I did my homework.
Instead of translating word for word, try learning complete English phrases.
That's one of the fastest ways to sound natural.
Let's practice which is correct. I did my homework or I made my homework.
The answer is, I did my homework.
Excellent.
And remember, every mistake you make teaches you something.
Nobody becomes fluent without making mistakes.
Even native speakers make grammar errors sometimes.
The goal isn't perfection, the goal is communication and improvement.
So if you've made any of these mistakes before, don't worry.
Learn from them, keep practicing, and keep speaking. That's how real progress happens.
Now it's time for a fun challenge. We're going to do a choose the correct sentence activity.
This is a great way to test what you've learned today.
Listen carefully and choose the sentence that sounds natural.
Situation number 1.
Option A, she don't like coffee.
Option B, she doesn't like coffee.
Which one is correct?
Option B, we use doesn't with she, he in it.
Great.
Situation number 2.
Option A, I am watching TV right now.
Option B, I watch TV right now.
What's the answer?
Option A, the action is happening at this moment, so we use the present continuous.
Excellent.
Situation number 3.
Option A, he works at a bank.
Option B, he work at a bank.
Correct answer.
Option A, remember the third person, S.
Nice work.
Situation number 4.
Option A, I'm tired today.
Option B, I tired today.
Which sounds natural?
Option A, the adjective needs the be verb.
Perfect.
Situation number 5.
Option A, could you help me for a minute?
Option B, help me.
Both are understandable, but which sounds more polite?
Option A, it's friendlier and more natural in many situations.
That's an important point. Sometimes grammar and politeness work together.
Exactly, native-like English isn't only about correct grammar, it's also about choosing natural expressions.
Here's one final challenge for everyone listening.
Create one sentence using present simple.
Then create another sentence, using present continuous.
Say both sentences out loud.
If you'd like, write them in the comments below.
We'd love to see your examples and help you practice.
And remember, speaking out loud is one of the best ways to build confidence.
Real conversations matter more than perfect grammar every single time.
Wow, we've covered a lot today.
We really have. Let's quickly review the most important ideas.
First, we talked about building strong sentence foundations.
Subject plus verb plus object, simple, clear, and natural.
Then we explored how to use present simple and present continuous correctly.
We learned when to talk about routines and when to talk about actions happening right now.
We also discussed natural word choices and polite expressions.
And finally, we fixed several common grammar mistakes that learners make every day.
If you remember only one thing from today's episode, let it be this: simple English can sound very fluent.
You don't need complicated vocabulary or long sentences to sound like a native speaker.
Focus on natural patterns. Practice often. Don't be afraid of mistakes.
Here's a question for you before we finish. Which grammar tip from today's lesson was the most useful for you?
Let us know in the comments. We read your comments every week, and they help us create future lessons.
We'd also love to know which grammar topics you'd like us to cover next.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Fluent English for more practical English lessons.
Every week we're here to help you become a more confident English speaker.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in your progress.
Your English gets stronger every time you use it.
Take care, keep learning, and we'll be back with another lesson very soon. See you next time.